Before the video starts, go to www.5mmo.com. Use the coupon code Ames to save 5% off your purchase. The link will be in the video description. What's up, guys? Ames Games coming at you with another Fallout 76 video. Today, we's gonna be doing some talking, and probably the most important talk we've ever had on this channel, and that is about the longevity, life, and like what it's gonna take to make Fallout 76 not a good game, not an okay game, but a great game, and the best game of 2019. Now, I'm not saying that it's gonna be, not saying that it could be. Well, actually, I am saying that it could be with time. Probably not 2019, maybe 2020. It could be a really good game if they keep on upping it. Now, something that's very probable is that Fallout 76 could already be a lost cause for them, because they've already sank so much money into it and so much time, and it's turned out, you know, so shitty and awful that, you know, I don't think most people are going to want to try to give it a second chance. But all it's going to take is one ginormous creator to be like, oh, hey, I tried this game again, and it's pretty good. Bethesda seems to have picked up the slack. Good for them. So the first thing, and I think the most probable thing to happen in 2019 at least, is mod support, private servers, and NPCs. Now, NPCs will not be added to the game by Bethesda in 2019 by any means, but if like we could get mod support in, I don't know, like 6 months, midway through 2019, I think by the end of 2019, I think that's where most modders will put their time and resources in to make a big project, putting all the NPCs into Fallout 76, or at least a section of it, and keep on adding more throughout updates and other shiznit. The nice thing about Fallout 76 right now is it's a totally blank canvas for modders to put, you know, all their creative ideas inside it. They could redo the whole thing and everyone would be okay with it. So I think Fallout 76, if Bethesda's not a dickbag with the modders and stuff like that, that it could be a really good game, and hopefully it'll become cross-platform, and that way all the mods that we see and all the effort we see put into the mods, they'll be catered to where PS4, Xbox, and PC, or maybe just PC and Xbox, because PS4 seems to have some real issues with the mods, or I should say not PS4, just Sony in general has really big issues with that stuff. They seem to be the sticklers on most things like cross-platform, at least from what I hear. But I grew up on the Xbox and I now play on PC only, so maybe it's just that's, you know, what I'm hearing stuff from. But if the modding community caters to where it could be cross-platform and everyone could play together, I think that would be perfect. And that's going to be another thing that they're going to be adding, hopefully sooner rather than later, is cross-platform. I know a lot of people have been wanting that. I'd say like half my friends play on Xbox and the other half play on PC, and then I'm the other half play on PlayStation, and then I'm the only PC Master Race guy in my area, so that kind of sucks. So yeah, mod support and cross-plat, those are some pretty important things that we could definitely use, Bethesda. Come on. Now, Bethesda, another little tidbit for you guys. Now, everyone loves fighting the schorchbeast queen. In fact, that's like probably the only fun thing left to do in Fallout 76, and the only redoable thing, because it's so fun teaming up with multiple people and taking that hoe down. But what about the cryptids? What about, you know, the Mothman and the Flatwoods monster, and then even like maybe a special version of the Grafton monster? What if we made some of the cryptids a more powerful enemy? What about a boss like Swan? I think that would be amazing. I think we need to see more, not like take like the legendary enemies and stuff like that, but like more enemies like the Schorchbeast Queen, more raid bosses, and have them drop some really badass loot and make it worth someone's while to go do that. Because if you take a game like Fallout 4, you've got these unique, interesting NPCs, and you really want to do quests and stuff and find out what's gonna happen next and learn more about these characters and stuff like that. It really pulls you in. There's like a real story to it that you want to see, because Bethesda's combat is just like killing enemies. It's like the same thing over and over and over again, and that's with all their games. They really rely on their lore and interesting NPCs to make their games fun. But people are creative, and Fallout 76 kind of kind of holds that against them. Like, people can't build the bases that they want to build. They can build like a tiny like starter base, and then that's as far as they can go. Like, they're really not cool. The workshops are horrible. They suck. They need to up their workshop game. Maybe make a player island where, you know, all their stuff is saved from the previous world, and then that person travels to the island or something like that, or like a section of the map, or maybe there's a vault that is every player home, and it's synced up to that unique player. Now, that could potentially have some major issues, but that's just an idea, man. But yeah, let's get back on track with the raid bosses. That's what they could definitely use the most. So you take the schorchbeast queen, and let's say you nuke White Springs Pines. Let's say you nuke White Spring, and now you've got all this ghoul army like you have there, but you also have this like king ghoul that is like riding a schorchbeast or something like that. That would make for a cool fight. Or if you nuked a certain area where super mutant behemoths spawn, make an enemy like Swan or something that takes like 15 people to take down. Or if you nuke Flatwoods, make the Flatwoods monster not more OP, but make a certain version of him more OP. Or have like events like the grafting event, and it's a ginormous grafting monster, and maybe has a few extra attacks that the others don't have. Stuff like that, like make event something that every player wants to go to, and like nuke zones, like certain nuke zone places that everyone's gonna want to go and raid and loot and do stuff like that. Because there's certain areas that you can nuke, and it's just like completely pointless to nuke those areas. And that is not what they sold the game as, so if they could up that'd be pretty cool. Now, it's kind of disappointing because of the lack of NPCs. The quests kind of suck. Now it's just kind of do this, do this, do this, do this. So they need to find a way to make more Radiant quests. If they did that, if they added that in, that would be amazing. Like really cool dungeons to check out. And there are some. I'm not saying there aren't any, but there's like absolutely no replayability to the game, at least for me personal. I'm sure many of you have a different experience. But for me, none of that magic is there. So more Radiant quests that really stand out, that would be really good. And more unique quests like the Messenger, where a robot just like comes up to you and he's like, help, save me. And then if you don't get all the materials in time, he blows up and dies. Like, that was pretty cool. Another thing is it needs to add all that stuff I mentioned before, and it needs to be less grindy. Like, it's really not that softcore survival. If you think it's softcore survival, the only good point of that is, like, it's not worth it to PvP people. And if you don't PvP people, watch my frickin' PvP videos. It's more like when I go and I grief someone, I'm the person getting grief. So, you know, it's hardcore survival because your shit breaks down way too fast. Like, if I eat and drink, I want to have to eat and drink that day and then be set, and then I can go do quests and get loot and get armor and stuff like that. And even when you get loot, your stash box is completely full. Like, that's not fun, man. Come on. So it's an online game, and I understand that, but I think they should bring part of it, maybe like if we go back to that idea to where you're in a vault, or you go to an island and that place is specific to you. You are only allowed to invite up to 4 players there, and then you can put as much of your junk there. You can put all your stuff on display there. It just acts as like a hub for you and you alone, so there's no risk of stability issues with the server and stuff like that. I think that would be amazing. So they've got a lot of stuff to make this a great game, or even an okay game, because there's really not that much to do. Like, I have a lot of fun in the game, but that's just because, you know, I'm an influencer, and even though I'm a small influencer, at any given point in time, I can get 4 people to come and play with me. You know, I mean, the game's fun alone if you're just starting off, but after you've explored the world as much as I have, it's like, I'm already bored, and the game's, what, not even been out for 3 months, maybe a little over 3 months? Well, that's going to do it for today. Hope you liked the video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe for more awesome content. Make sure you comment down below what you think Bethesda should add to the game, and what your opinion on some of my thoughts were, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.